All right, hey, good morning, everybody. What's cooking? It's Tuesday. Tuesday here in sunny Oldsmar, Florida, and we're watching weather. Things are a little bit quieter today. Arthur's moving out to sea. What's cooking? Let me see who's chiming in here. We got our normal 1,000. We had 2,500 a couple days ago. What's up, Liz? Fort Myers. What's up, Barbara? Eastern Carolina getting wet this morning. By the way, this is Louis, Hurricane Louis. 2 years old. Well, not 2 years old. We got him 2 years ago yesterday. He has been a good boy, right, buddy? So, I have a lot of friends that told me to watch. What do you think, huh? He likes to snort. So, I have a lot of friends that have been talking about Ozark on Netflix. We started watching it last night, me and Louie, and we got 3 episodes in, and it was 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, I gotta go to bed, but it was really good. I rarely watch TV, but like that one. So, all right, so we got everybody chiming in. What's up, Sarah, North Carolina? Roll Tide. Oh my goodness. What's up, Cheryl? Darla got some star action. Cool, man. Getting some stars. You guys are stars. All right. Hey, what's up, Tarpon Springs in the Hizzle? Yeah. So yesterday morning we got rocked yesterday morning here on the west coast of Florida with storms about right now. And all right, let's talk about the weather. See what everybody else is saying. Go Gators. What's up, West Virginia? Hey, Steve. What's up, Faith? What's up, Michael? Yep, Sonia, that's next on the list. Hey, Shelly Ross. All right, cool. So things are a little quiet in the tropics. Let's take a look at the tropics. Last official postage here. Now, I posted my image yesterday, Droopy. I don't know why, Droopy. It looks a little funny. Um, But anyway, Arthur is obviously away from the United States. And it is not going to loop back to Florida. Never say never. There's a 0.01% chance. But I can say with pretty good certainty that Arthur's going to die a slow death right over top of Bermuda here as a tropical depression. So a lot of people worried about this coming back. It's way too early in the season, this far south. A lot of shear, a lot of upper level winds with these fronts, and the waters are pretty cold still. So very unlikely. Hey, Whitney, what's up? Very unlikely we're going to see this curve back. So get that out of your system if you're worried about it. It's not likely going to happen. Bermuda is going to get a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain. They are not worried, I am sure, about Arthur. So that's good. All right, so there's that. Here's the weather system that's brewing. This is on weathernerds.org, one of our friends here at Mike's Weather Page, Matt over there. So you can kind of see we got a big blobby mess here. Arthur's getting sheared off to the east. And then we got our huge mid-level low pressure. We've been talking about this. So the low that was on the south here kind of pulled up. Some of that energy we saw yesterday in Florida got sucked up into this. And now we got this big, massive, mega, super duper, spinny thingy, cinnamon roll looking top spinning. And this will be the weather maker the next couple days in the middle U.S. So that's the only thing we're worried about right now as far as weather wise. There are flooding concerns. Yeah, Jennifer, let's hope everybody has toilet paper. I got a couple reams of HP paper here. I don't know how this would work. You could probably soften up like photo paper, maybe. I don't know how that would feel. But if anybody needs any in Oldsmar, I got paper. That wouldn't be fun. Hey, yeah, Dylan, I got my hair cut. Look at that. Holy cow, I didn't comb it yet. I cut it so short I don't have to comb it. That's like the lazy guy haircut. Then I got to shave But yeah, it was great. I finally got into my haircut place, Great Clips. One of the ladies in there is a fellow Mike's Weather Page fan, and she follows all of us. So we talked weather and water, so that was cool. Had to wear our masks. Got through it. So there we go. Yeah, I'm good for a few more weeks. Jessica, yeah, we'll look at some long range stuff for sure. We're going to talk about short range stuff now. Again, tropics are kind of quiet. Arthur heading toward Bermuda, not going to be much of a rainmaker for them. We could kind of look a little closer here on our buddy Levi's site. So again, I primarily use two sites here, weathernerds.org and Tropical Tidbits. They're supporters of our page, so I support them. I use a lot of websites, but we use them a lot. So, and they're free for you. All right, so here's Arthur up here. Let's take a look what he's going to do. He's going to spin back down and be over top Bermuda here Wednesday, Thursday, but very weak. A little bit of rain maybe for Bermuda. It's going to be sheared off to the east, and then look, nothing. So again, no worries about that. We're watching this big mid-level low. I'm going to show you some rain chances. Hey, Greg, nope. Hey, what's up, Robert Trask? What's up, buddy? Racing soon. Hey, Beachline's racing first week of June. Oh my God, we're getting over South Florida, buddy. What's up, Jerry Still? Hey, Megan, you know what? I don't know. I don't want to get wrapped up in long season predictions. Every prediction, actually, the National Hurricane Center, NOAA, is coming out with theirs in 2 days, 21st. So in 2 days, we're going to see National Weather Service's official prediction. We'll see what they say. But sometimes these things don't pan out, man. You know, and I don't know. I mean, all the indicators are that things are going to be favorable for conductive state. Hey, what's up, Katie? Conductive for development. There you go. El Nino means more storms, April. El Nino actually creates more Atlantic shear because of the warmer Pacific creates higher shear over here. Well, that pattern's not happening. We're going to be in a neutral and possibly La Nina, which means the Atlantic's cooler, creating less shear in the Atlantic, which allows more thunderstorms. So, conductive. There's all my Facebook grammar police. Where's our English buddy at? Sheila, yeah, there'll be hurricanes, there'll be rain. There'll be at least one named storm this season. You can bet on it. All right, so let's get deep down into weather here and talk about things before I lose everybody. First and foremost, we get a lot of Facebook supporters. We're on Facebook, so I get asked all the time. But the best way to support the site, I got to say it, do my 2-second speech here, but be a Facebook supporter right here. You get a cool little badge. Best way to support the site, it's a few bucks a month. You get a discount at Mike's Weather Page store, so it pays for it right there. And we do post on a little private message board a lot too. We have a special little community of weather geeks that are our supporters. So there you go. Click it. Appreciate it. All right, so here we go. Let's talk about the weather. So we got flooding chances the next couple days. This is the big storyline. Backed off a tick, but here's the big deal. Mountains of Carolina stretching into South Carolina and up to Virginia, even some into Kentucky. This whole general area, North Carolina seems to be the center spot. We have a lot of fans in Charlotte. This is today's excessive rain outlook. We also have one for tomorrow, and that's it's pretty significant flood chances. So we have 2 days back to back here. Lots of rain. Day 3 even still hanging on a little bit. So the next 3 days we have a high rain chance of our circling low here, which we'll show again. This guy right here, upper level low, it's going to park itself right over top of the mid-Atlantic here, and we're going to have all this energy spinning up. And we're already getting it. In fact, this morning I was updating the website, and I took down the radar for Wilmington, and I thought that I had yesterday's radar on there. I'm like, what the heck? I was like, how is this possible? I'm like, why is it showing yesterday's radar? Well, this is today's radar. And look, It's almost deja vu from Arthur. A day later, this is live radar coming in Myrtle Beach northward, getting rain from this upper level low. So this is happening now, and kind of crazy seeing it, right? And we have a lot of fans on the North Carolina coast, so they're saying, "What the heck's up with that?" Let's look at some. Let's look at some updated rain maps for the next few days. Get a look at who's getting what. Pretty dry in the south. Let's just look at overall U.S. here, and we'll pick out some other maps we can look at. But all right, so let's preload these, as Casper will remind me if he's here. Laura, yeah, you were thinking the same thing. It's like Groundhog Day. It's quarantine day again. And by the way, I got my Louis cup. See, look at that. Mornings with Louis. And if you're local, me and Phil will be doing our Drunk Donkey Nation. We're going to do some live videos locally with free stuff to give away. And we'll bring Louis. So you guys can meet Louis and get a free koozie. Hopefully we'll have one of these set up pretty soon. We're getting ready to start promoting our ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They're back again, supporting the Drunk Donkey Nation. We love them. Sean over there, family owned and operated. All right, so here's the scoop. This is the rain. All right, so we have, and I posted this earlier. Let's take a look at this real quick. We're getting into today's weather. But there was a note from National Weather Service down in Miami. We could have strong storms again today for South Florida, as our storms are going to be rolling in off of the Gulf. They even mentioned possible funnel clouds. So let me pull that up real quick. Hey, Julie, yeah, it'll be fun. Last year we did some at Troubled Waters Brewery. They did a beer for us, and hopefully they're going to do it again this year. Hopefully they weren't too affected by being shut down, so we're letting things kind of settle here. But here is the severe weather outlook for today, Tuesday, May 19th. And there you go. It's kind of the same pattern we've had the last 3 days down in South Florida. We've got middle afternoon storms brewing, daytime heating, early evening, 12 to 8 p.m. Says strong winds, funnel clouds, flooding. So, that's South Florida. From about Melbourne southward. So that's happening there. Let's go back to our model here. All right, so here's the rain. All right, so let's just slow her down. This is tomorrow. This is now. Let's see. We'll go to tonight. There's tonight. So so basically this lower level, mid-level low is just going to basically spin up moisture throughout the next 3 days. It's here. Let me see, where is it? Did I close it? Well, there it is too. Here's another look at it. There's your winds. But basically it's just a huge land king. And so here it is. So we got rains tonight. Let's go to tomorrow morning. This is throughout the night. So we could have lingering rains all day today here, Mid-Atlantic, Tennessee, north of Georgia, Carolinas. And then we get another little band on the tail end of the spinach down here, and you can see Arthur down here. But this little area, this little pocket's been showing up for a lot of days. It's the southern end of that low spinning, so we're gonna have draping rains through tomorrow, morning, and it's gonna last. Look at that. This is through tomorrow night. This is Thursday morning. So from Wednesday morning to Thursday morning, we still have that spinach of rain, and it's all gonna be centered around Charlotte, North Carolina, around this whole area. And then going into Friday, kind of still lingering a little bit. It's starting to push on out. But look at that. Still Carolina, Virginia rains. Nothing much for Florida. Let's go back to Florida now. Florida's not going to have much. We're just going to have maybe some afternoon stuff. But it's pretty much centered panhandle northward. And then going into Saturday morning, it slowly gets on out of here. And then we're just back to normal stuff. So that's kind of where the rain's centered. Give you a better look here. We can look at some, let's take a look. Looky, hang on. Yeah, Sandra, I believe the fires are all out in Florida. That's good. Fire danger is now, I don't see it on the SPC map, so that's good. We've had a lot of rain down south. Here's precipitable rate map here. Let's see what this looks like. This is the amount of moisture in the air, and you can kind of see it. This is through Thursday. The precipitable water map, just kind of showing you the overall juice in the atmosphere. And then we got the water vapor loop. There's our low spinning. This is through, let me go through like Thursday. There's our low. See it spinning away, dry air. So we're gonna have a lot of wind too. We're gonna have wind down here. It's gonna be windy down in the Bahamas. And then our next front comes and pushes it on out of here. So then we're back to blobby weather again. So that's the short term. We're watching this cinnamon roll. Let's look at some wind. Rain on Saturday, Jordan. Man, I don't know. It's tough. Yeah, and listen, yeah, you're right, Telford. We also, because of this low pressure locked up. This is that spinach up here. Look at that. You can just follow the circle. You can follow it. There it is. We got this is more sea breeze type storms, but this is that bottom edge of that low setting up, and tornado chances 2%. Upper Gulf, are hardly any down south, but you can still have a spin up. That's why they tell you funnel clouds. Mainly wind, and then day 2 outlook we have kind of similar. There's some more spinach on the East Coast tomorrow. So there's your threat tomorrow. Kind of extends more to the other, East Coast. Interesting. And then day 3 it starts to weaken up. So let's take a look at winds real quick because we have a lot of fans down in the Bahamas. Here's Arthur. Now there was an update from the National Weather Service about the Northeast coastal event this morning, and there's those winds happening right now, coming in along the Northeast, and pretty strong waves. Going to be some coastal action, no doubt. In fact, there's a cool link on my site here from local station Bay News 9. And there you go. There's wave heights. So kind of cool map. Shows you where the big waves are right now. Hey, Kathy, what's cooking? On a burn ban, Wendy? Okay. Well, the burn ban. Yeah, burn ban is a little different than. We can look at fire risks real quick since somebody asked here. So let's take a look at the fire reports. And luckily there's no alerts right now. This is what we saw down in South Florida a couple days or a week ago. Was elevated risks in Florida. So at least that part isn't happening yet. Yep. Greg, you never know, man. Coastal erosion, yes. Arthur, yep. So yeah, it's pretty good winds, National Weather Service is talking about it. Let's see if there's any alerts that way. We'll take a look. Pretty much, yeah, you got coastal flood warnings up, gale warnings up, a lot of coastal flood warnings up, advisories up. Anyways, not warning. Well, there are some warnings, but high surf advisory. This is all Jersey area, and extends down to Virginia Beach. There's flash flood watches and high surf advisories there. So it's North Carolina northward. We've been talking about that for days. It's definitely panned out. Northeast weather from Arthur happening. So, hey, Will, yeah, let's talk about the super typhoon. If you want, great. Our buddy Levi's got great information on it. A lot of sites have it, but again, support Levi. So it's Amphan. I assume that's how you pronounce it, but it could be the worst typhoon to hit the area ever, I read today. It's heading up toward India and Bangladesh, and the official forecast here has a little bit of weakening, not a lot. Still it was category 5 equivalent yesterday. Could weaken a little bit before landfall, which would be great news, So that's the only positive, is it could be down a little bit. So some of the media headlines might be because, again, like we saw with Florence, when it was a category 4 hurricane out in the Atlantic, you get a lot of press. Even though the models had it going down to category 1, 2 possibly at landfall, hopefully this thing weakens and it's not as big a story as it could be. So anyway, that's happening. Let's go back to it real quick. I didn't mean to close it. Current storms, Amphan. Your spaghetti models, everything's tracking straight north. That's boom, And a little weakening in pressure, 947, 961. So that's good news. So hopefully it weakens. But looking pretty mean on satellite for sure. So that's on the other side of the world. Another cinnamon roll. What's up, Ron? Howdy. All right, what else is cooking? So we got weather up north. We got we're going back to the winds. Let's go back to the wind forecast for down here. So here's some of that tail end of that. So here's the circle. Here's our low pressure setting up, and that's where we're seeing the winds already coming across South Florida today. So it's probably windy. I'm looking outside, obviously, a little breezy. But the winds right now are at the tail end of that low pressure. So if it's windy down in South Florida, it's because our low's setting up. See that? And this is going to drive our sea breeze style storms later today from mid Florida down. We're going to have strong storms again develop and push eastward. But then we go forward in time. Here's our low pressure taking shape. Again, I mean we're gonna have strong winds all the way through tonight here in the northeast. Arthur, kind of some of that energy gets sucked up in right here. GFS showing the same thing. So there's our low tomorrow, 5 p.m. So again, strong winds. Look at this tomorrow. This is the both all the models are showing it, but this is tomorrow. This is Wednesday, 5 o'clock tomorrow. Look at that. Strong winds again. So you're gonna have 3 days of weather, Carolina. Thanks, Eric. Yeah, I like to chop it off. One of these days I won't have any hair to chop off. My dad's 82 and so has hair, so I think I'm in good shape. Taylor playing baseball. Good for you. We're patiently waiting here for softball season. But so here, this is weather. This is what's coming. This is tomorrow. Nothing serious. Just low pressure. See the low pressure? Pretty fascinating. And there's our winds coming across Florida. And there's our winds coming into the East Coast tomorrow. We go into Thursday. Look at that. Still 11 a.m. on Thursday. Look at that. Still hitting you guys on the Outer Banks, Carolina. So North Carolina, you're stealing all of our thunder. What's this? You're stealing all our thunder. You're getting all the weather. What's up? We're jealous. All right, so here's your rain. Let's talk about the rain forecast real quick. So it came down a tick, not really a lot, but here's your 5-day rains, and look at that. Up into Virginia, North Carolina, we got pockets 5, 6, 7 inches here, even higher in the mountains. Not good news. We got flood advisories for the next couple days in this general area. That's because of our low pressure spinning. So let's look at some individual rain models. See what we'll see what the official forecast says. Let's just zoom right into North Carolina, just because they're the epicenter of all this stuff. So we'll look at the National Weather Service official forecast, and then we'll go aggressive. So this is through Thursday. Let's go through Friday morning. All right, so here's Friday morning rains. Let's see what you got. Hey, Aggo, what's cooking? Hey, Taylor. Well, you know what? Some of the teams are practicing. We're practicing a lot. We're doing lessons a lot. In fact, Emily, are you doing your class? It's 9:50. Oh, it's 9:50. So she's awake, thank God. Because if you got a 14-year-old, they might tell you they're awake and then they fall back asleep. She's got a Zoom class at 9:50. But yeah, I think there's a tournament here in Florida at Newberry the end of May. And if our team doesn't start playing, I guess we're going to guest play because you know what? You only live once. And you never know what tomorrow can bring. And we're not going to sit on our ass wasting time. So if it's sunny out and the weather looks good, we're playing. So all right, so El Nino year? No, boy. Not an El Nino year. Hey, Joe, where's that going to be at? So, yeah, it's not an El Nino year. It is going to be a neutral to La Nina year, which means better conditions for hurricanes. So anyway, so here, let me show you the official rain forecast because it's pretty big stuff. Yeah, the forecast was a bust for South Florida a couple days ago. The difference being with that, hey Joe, you know what? I think it'd be all right. I mean, we'll look long range. Somebody did send me that. I was just down that way. Um, Man, I hate to think the boat ramps are going to be like this weekend. Oh my God. But anyway, so the problem with South Florida a few days ago before Arthur came was we did have that energy come from Texas and Cuba, but it just missed South Florida by like 30, 40 miles. I mean, it was there. It was there. It was a big blob of rain, and it clipped Key West and the Keys, but what was supposed to hit South Florida was just a little too far south. The difference with this is that weather was still there. It just went over the water. It didn't go over land. This is going to happen to somebody. So it could shift 30, 40 miles. It's still going to get somebody. So the difference is the weather pattern is the same. This is over land. If it misses this area, it's going to be here or here. And so the general area is going to get these rains. It's just impossible to predict who's going to get the big stuff. Of course, higher mountains more. But anything red is pretty much 2 inches plus through Friday morning. So pretty much the whole state of Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. There's some pockets still showing up here high in the mountains, but 5, 6, 7 inches here in the white. So that's this is through Friday. So a lot of rain coming, 3, 4 inches all the way. Big chunk of North Carolina. Now let's go to the Euro. Is a little aggressive on models sometimes. And it is this time too. So here's the Euro. Anything white is basically 6 inches plus, 7 inches plus. So it's showing a bigger pocket of rain to the south. But look at that. I mean, that's some pretty hefty totals. 4, 5, 7, max of 10 inches somewhere in the Virginia. So even down into South Carolina, this is the same general area we're watching. All this rain is going to get pumped up from the Gulf and be a lot of juice, a lot of moisture in the air. And then the GFS, same. So little less. Well, it's not really less aggressive at all. So it's a pretty sure bet we're going to have some serious rainfall here in the Carolinas and Virginia. So there's that. Michelle, yeah, they're everywhere. We were at Three Rooker this weekend, and I thought there was a parade already because every other boat had a flag. All right, so everybody asking about weather this weekend. It's kind of far out to look. It's Wednesday. I don't see the big weather patterns coming. Here's a look at Arthur real quick, by the way, weathernerds.org. But check it out. He's just a blob of convection getting sheared now. We got these direct links, compliment to Weather Nerds, hooked me up to put on the site. So thanks to him. Thanks to Tropical Tidbits for letting me link their stuff. Another good site for some high resolution stuff is DuPage. And Sarah's got a 10 o'clock class, so I have to remember to sign off here. I can talk all day. Hey, Ryan. What's cooking? Let's take a look at a high resolution radar real quick, and then we can get a close one here maybe. I don't know. We're just going to miss it. We're going to, let's see. This might be the closest one we can get. So there we go. There's a good look. This is Arthur. And you can see the big convection way, way to the northeast. There's the eye of Arthur. And I don't think we have a mesoscale on it. No, we don't. No, not that one. Hold on. Continental, regional. All right, so there's Arthur, naked swirl, low-level clouds, all the convection. There's no convection around Arthur right now. It's all to the northeast. So typically, once they lose convection around center, it'll lose tropical status. And there you go. Crispy, yeah. The weather. Hey, what's up, Ron? Yeah, so officially our spring pattern might be nearing an end. These fronts eventually are going to stop coming. And once the fronts stop coming, that usually means that we have, man, you can see it right here. There's, they're not getting farther south. This is next Sunday. Once these fronts stop making their way down here, then shear will start to relax. We get tropical waves coming across the Atlantic, and that's usually what happens. You get less shear. Tropical waves make their way to the Western Caribbean this time of year, and it's ingredients for tropical development. So that's the pattern we're in. Once these fronts stop dying out, and I think we have our first tropical wave or not. I don't know if it was the first one or not, but it's always kind of fascinating to see the first. So let me pull up the Atlantic, full Atlantic. Where the hell is it? Where did it go? Oh, here it is, full Atlantic surface. So here we go. This is tropical wave. Look at that. Oh, hey, Betty, no, I got to stay on that pattern because once the kids go back to school, Crystal, I don't know about that. They put out the good stuff, and I read it in simple people's terms. I don't want to try to be scientific at all because everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong with the models. Hey, Vero, well, you're going to get storms possibly today, April, coming across. I don't know about big rains, but we're in that sea breeze type pattern today for sure, where rains are going to push their way across the state. But here's our first tropical wave. I believe that's the first one of the year. I think. I don't know if I remember seeing another one. So anyway, tropical waves start making their way across. This is what we'll start watching. There are some models showing some juice down here in the next 7 to 10 days. No long-range models, though, are really showing development yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. Hey, Barbaru? What's up? Hunt? Mrs. Hunt, I can say that. Hey, thanks, Casper. Thanks for all your good insight. Casper's a little more scientific than I am. He breaks it down a little better. But long range ensembles here, not really showing much. These are sometimes early indicators. 10 days, nothing really. Again, if you're just tuning in, Arthur is more than likely 0.0000000% chance of recurving into the state. So Arthur's going to die a slow death. So, all right, let me say your final goodbyes. What's up? Tropical Wave, yeah. Hey, that sounds like a good drink. Tropical Wave. Are you here, Ray? Yeah, I hear Louie. Come here, Louie. Let's say goodbye with Louie. Come here. He's coming my way. Come here. It's like fishing. Come here. It's always such an excitement when your dog comes to see it. Right, Louie? There you go. All right, say goodbye, Louie. We got to do homeschooling now at 10 o'clock. Right? And my dentist texts me we have a teeth cleaning at 11. I got one, so I got, hey, is this real? What's real? Hey, Chad, what's up? Thank you, buddy, for the stars there. What do you think, Louie? Proud Louie. Hey, Wesley, what's up, NASCAR fan? Oh, my goodness, it's going to be tough. Water temps, that's a good one. Water temps have cooled down dramatically. Your weekly anomaly map here, look at that. I mean, these cold fronts and all those spring storms that we saw sucked a lot of hot water out of the Gulf. And here's Arthur. Look at that upwelling. See that? Isn't that pretty fascinating? Arthur's pulling up the cool water from the Atlantic. So that's what happens with storms. And in the past, we could see actually storm tracks from the water. But the water's cooled down. Doesn't mean a lot. Things heat up quick, but it is worth noting the water's cooled down, and that's good because you heard a lot of news when the water was hot. You don't hear any news when the water's cold. And here's Bay News 9. Look at that, 78. And I can confirm that because it was cold up at Three Rooker Island. Right, buddy? Look at that. You got a mug. Look at that. Does he look like it? Here, let's see. There's the mug. Look at that. So I had a picture of Louis' hat. So kind of, you got to turn. He's staying away. He's like, get that thing away from me. Yeah, Wendy, it's too cold for me too. We keep our pool at 88. I got solar panels. 88 is our magic number. 87, I'm freezing. And I haven't fixed my NASA link yet. We got to figure that out. This one's a little better, but it doesn't give you numbers. Whoops, that ain't it. Where'd it go? What the hell's going on there? That ain't the right link. Oh, that was Great Lakes. Great Lakes. Hey, it was a G. So there's your water temps and Celsius down below. If you're like me, your brain just hurts when you try to figure out Celsius. The only Celsius I like is the drink Celsius. So golf's cold, but it's really early in the year. And I got to figure out why this link is not working now all of a sudden. Bummer. I hate it when they change things. I hate it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can find it real quick. And Julie keeps texting me. Don't forget about Sarah. Wait, nope. Anyway. All right, that's it. There she is. There's my wife, Julie. Zoom. I got 3 minutes, Julie. I'm not like you. Julie's the kind of girl that if she has to turn left 8 miles ahead, 20 miles behind, she gets in the left lane. So I wait, like all guys do. I wait until 50 feet and I get over just to annoy her. Oh, I'm an asshole sometimes. That's the role of a guy. Hey, we've been married a lot of years. I think 18. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, all right. Hey, good to see everybody. It's kind of quiet today. Big weather in the news. Bottom line, Arthur is not going to curve back down into Florida. It's going to die. So scratch that off your list. Lots of rain for North Carolina, Virginia, and northern South Carolina coming the next 3 days. That's the big weather. And Northeast. Pretty big weather event from Arthur because of the winds. And a lot of wind for the Carolinas rolling in from the Atlantic the next 3 days. That's current radar. So deja vu, Groundhog Day, day 2. All right, we'll see y'all. I'll be live tomorrow for sure. So we'll see you then. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And I'll upload this up at noon for a replay because it seems like we're getting people watch it at noon. That way you can fast forward through all the goofy stuff. So we'll see y'all. Bye.